ICE accountable for not doing the things the way that they should. But the irony is that the whole thing that we're talking about is people coming over not doing it the way they should. You see what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
and there's a little bit of irony in that.
I guess maybe I don't even think that's true because a lot of the people that ICE is like doing these violations to are here legally on like TPS. Like the examples that are cited in the case for warrantless arrests, the people who are here on like TPS or like legal permanent residents, they had their green cards. Same with the
And
same with
like
the
I
arrest
said,
warrants. Like the person, like the older Asian guy, the Hmong dude, he was a U.S. citizen. So you could say, oh, there's irony in that, but I don't think there's irony at all because ultimately, these things don't just affect illegal immigrants; they affect everybody.
well, and that's why I said I agree. I think there's a lot of I agree in the sense that I don't think a lot of ICE agents are doing shit the way that they should. And that is where I can agree with you. Like I said, there's a lot of profiling going on. I don't like that. That's not right. Detaining people that based off profiling, detaining people that are U.S. citizens, asking for papers like people carry their papers around. Like, yeah, I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. But
So yeah, I
it,
said
it's just it's funny. But see, that's you're saying all of them, every single one. You don't think there's any ICE agents out there that
ICE
are
as an
like,
institution, I think for the most part, currently sucks. Not saying there aren't any good ones, just saying for the most part.
but it's how do you know for the most part? Like how do you know that that's a majority? That's why I
I
said in the very
just said
beginning
it. I
I don't
think
like
I gave my
generalization.
examples already. I told you about the memo, which means that's like an actual enforced policy through ICE. I told you about the fact that people in leadership positions are saying that they're doing um unconstitutional unconstitutional arrests with only reasonable suspicion, right? And if they're in a leadership position, that leads me to believe that this isn't something that just individual ICE officers are doing, but is a practice among ICE in general. And then I told you about the fact that the course is even pointing out that just within 2025, there's been way more cases where ICE just isn't following through on habeas petitions.
What was the memo again? Can you say that again? What was the memo?
The memo, like what was the memo saying?
Yeah, what was that about again?
The memo was saying that ICE could do, ICE could enter the domicile of an immigrant with only administrative warrant.
Okay. Where did you see that so I can like look that up at some point?
AP News has the link to the actual memo. Just look up
Okay.
like
What would I
AP
what would
News.
I look up
Just
for it?
huh?
What would I look up
AP
for it?
AP News leaked ICE memo. And it's like the second or third link.
Okay. Do you think so I mean the kind of getting off not off topic but not quite on the prompt. Do you think that I mean, do you obviously agree that we
And
should
this is
get
it.
the criminals we should get the criminals off the street and send them back?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about people that are technically illegal, but they have, and obviously that makes you a criminal by law, technically illegal, but have no criminal record, pay taxes, hardworking? What do you think we should do with them?
Technically illegal, have no criminal record, hardworking, pay taxes. They
Yeah.
should. I think they should stay here. Yeah.
Like we should grant citizenship for them.
Some form of status, legal status, not necessarily citizenship. Yeah.
Okay. I agree with that.
They should be a path towards citizenship for them. Yeah.
Do you think that ICE is mostly going for the worst of the worst, or what do you think
I don't
that
know.
they're okay? Interesting.
Well, I mean, sorry, just to jump in, they're not going after the worst of the worst. I think it's like the stat was like 70% or something like that of their detainees don't have
72.
any 72, thank you. Don't have any violent or any criminal record at all, even in the countries that they're from.
Detainees, meaning
Yes,
that they
ICE detainees, so the people
People
who they
people in
pick
ICE
up.
custody.
Yes.
okay, meaning they did not send them back.
Yeah, they're under their control until removal, which ICE is currently prolonging detainees or prolonging people in their custody. Like they're staying there for weeks at a time. So
So
yeah.
this is the gray area for me, is that I agree. Like that's why I asked. I agree that I think people like I personally I have a lot of illegal immigrants in my life, and I think they're good people. They're hardworking. They do what they're supposed to. They love this country, and I mean I can't ask for anything better. That's great. They came here for a reason. Yes, they didn't go through legal processes, but they're here now. They've been here for a while, and they've proved that they're honest people, and I'm in support of, like you said, giving them. You said maybe not citizenship, but some sort of status. Okay, sure, but I do think there is an argument to be made by people saying, technically, by them being here, that there are some things that are not to the benefit of true Americans, even though they might be contributing. We are taking away from people that are from here. Like, do you agree with that?
Oh, the worst of the worst website is 70% of it is charges. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, what did you say? Sorry.
Try to sum it up.
Huge tracking error on Scratch's part.
I know, bro. I was looking up other
Basically,
shit. I wasn't even listening.
what Muggsy said is that illegal immigrants do disenfranchise like some Americans or like some like true Americans, and so there's like an argument to be made that like removing them is
disenfranchised. Like, yeah, they're like very slightly over long term negative to like 6% of the population who without high school diplomas. Well, it's a bit less. Wait, it's gonna be like. Sorry, I'm terrible at math.
I think the
No,
the
it's gonna be sorry, 5% of the population. Yeah, but like that's what 1.1% decrease in wages over the long term. I don't think we can always mitigate that with welfare programs, and no policy is gonna be perfect. Like,
true.
Any policy is gonna have like some negative side effects. If somebody told me here's a policy that it's gonna be beneficial to 95% of Americans, but negative to 5% of those by like 1.1% over the long term, I'd be like, yeah, we should implement that policy, even if we couldn't like do welfare programs to like help those people, which we totally can.
But I guess for this case specifically, it's like the people that are being affected, like, yeah, you're saying 95 versus the 5, but the people that are being affected by people that aren't from here. It's not like,
And
95 American versus the 5 American. It's
what does them not being from here have to do make it any better or worse?
Do you not think that we should prioritize ourselves first?
We are prioritizing. I think helping
Wait, do you
95.
mean, like,
Do you
immigrant
think? Wait, do you think
status?
helping 95% of Americans is not prioritizing ourselves?
No, I'm saying when you're saying that there's certain policy or what were you saying with the policy? There's something you're saying if there was a policy that was 95%, but there's 5%.
Well, yeah, it's 5%. Yeah, I'm saying it's 5%
Right.
negative towards because the statistics are 12% of the population doesn't have high school diplomas. Out of that, if I'm correct, it's like I think it's like 7 to 8% of that is immigrants themselves. So we're gonna take that out. So it's it's around 5% of the population who are American citizens who are actually affected, and I'm guessing most of those people are second generation immigrants, anyways. But let's assume they're not. Yeah, it's just not gonna be like super like for the most part. It's just not gonna be super negative to the majority of people. It's gonna be slightly positive actually. There's gonna be like slight wage increases. There's a National Bureau Economic study on it if you want. Inside it.
What is it about?
The effect immigrants have on wages.
Okay. I guess it's more than just wages though alone, right? Like, I mean, it's not just
Like
just
what
about
else?
people's income. I mean, it's also just, I mean, resources is broad, but housing, markets. So, like, isn't it doesn't affect a lot of other things
I
besides?
don't really think it affects housing markets.
Are they not housing illegal immigrants?
Do you think they're giving them free housing?
Houses, yeah.
I don't know about free, but I know that they are housing illegal
Like,
immigrants.
Well, who's they?
Yeah.
Politician, like it's dare I,
I think
say,
wasn't it cringy always points out this example, and it's so funny. California has consistently lost population, right, for the past, I think it's like 2 or 3 years, right? And their housing prices continue to go up. So like how population increases don't really have a lot to do with at least in America,
also-
with housing, with the price of housing. That's going up regardless.
And also they're feeding into a system that, like, especially undocumented immigrants, like they pay over, like, I think the stat was like around like $800 billion in taxes that they don't see in return. Like they pay into federal programs that they don't have any access to. So
Yeah,
like
but
technically speaking, like the resources that you're referring to that are available to citizens are actually being partially funded by
Well,
undocumented
hold on.
immigrants.
So what I think Muggsy is talking about here is like the thing from, I think it was, I want to say 2022 or 2023, where they were housing
No, I know what he's referring to.
housing immigrants in hotels.
Those are legal immigrants. That was part of the SSP Shelter and Services Program, and
Thank
they're
you.
asylum seekers. Is that what you're trying to
And
talk
also
about? Yes.
and also I think the housing cost for them was literally like
It was
fucking
like,
dirt cheap. It was like
very
$100
low.
a day.
It was $120 on average,
Yeah.
which was lower. And the claim, basically, there's a hotel called the Washington Hotel, which used to be like a 4-star super fancy hotel, but it like gone down since. I think the average price of like a super expensive hotel in New York is like $250 above, and they were being charged like $120 at the Washington, lower at others.
So they
Yeah, Cringy made this. I love this. I'm so glad he made this. Okay, let me show this. This is like the biggest argument against housing right here. He made this graph. This is the green line's population, and then the blue line is housing prices, and it shows like
Cringy made the graph?
Cringy made this. Well, yeah, because you can
Based.
you can like lay over graphs in Fred. It allows you to do that.
Oh, that's super cool. I need to.
See, and you can like share graph it. Yeah, you can also do that with like the for world data. I forget what it's called, like the OECD. They have their data explorer, but you see and YouTube chat can't see this. Population increase versus housing prices like doesn't correlate at all.
I mean, is that not going up? I'm trying to
Huh?
look at it.
But yeah, the correlation's really bad. Like it's gone up, but the correlation's bad. Like right here in 1990, when the population continued to increase, the housing prices went down. Obviously, this was like 2007, so that was a fucking bummer. But yeah, even like back here, housing prices were going down, population was increasing.
I mean, I forget what it's called. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know exactly how like graphs work. I'm trying to look at it too. It's kind of tiny. But can't you? Isn't there a thing where you kind of like make a median of that, where you would draw a line through the blue that's also kind of going up? Because I mean, there's no correlation with that going up at the same time as the population. Like, yeah, there's dips, but at the end of the day,
The
it's still, like,
correlation's really bad. Yeah. It's not like there's. It's not like I'm not saying there isn't any correlation, just really bad correlation. And you have like really really big dips in housing prices going down while population continues to increase steadily. And like this, it's just showing that like the prices of housing is usually affected more by outside events than it is by population.
Yeah,
The cost of housing continued to increase in California during 2020, while the population declined, which is just the effect of the population its fluctuation, and therefore the effect of immigration. Current household market is trivial.
Yeah, I don't know if I would say it's like the main factor of why, but like you said, like it's contributing, but it's not the main reason. I'm not saying it's the main reason.
Well, it's just so tiny. It's not even showing up in data trends. It's just not like
It's like minuscule.
Yeah, like it's minuscule.
It's like your chances of having like a coconut fall on your head in the summertime compared to like
True.
you living directly
Do you
under
think
a
you just
coconut
fall
tree.
out of a coconut tree?
True.
Do you think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
So yeah. We did it, Joe. Anything else? Okay. That guy, I guess, was trolling. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh my god,
Ugh.
Princess is back. Give me set.
I hate this
Everybody
dude.
mute. Everybody mute. Right now.
Dialogue tree him.
Hey.
Okay. What do you have to contest?
I was just wondering, because your live is about why Trump sucks,
Hello,
do you think that a lot of the social issues drove people in drones
buddy.
to
You
vote for
there?
Trump prior to the immigration issues that we're having?
That what?
That a lot of the social issues drove people in large number to vote for Trump prior to all of this issues with immigration.
In his first term?
I'm talking about after his first term into the Biden era. Do you think that a lot of
No.
the social issues
No,
drove
social
people
issues are very low down.
destroying 700 stores didn't have anything to do with people
Social
voting
issues,
for Trump?
social issues were way down on like the top issues that people cared about.
Really?
Kamala Harris barely talked about
Figure
them during
that.
her campaign too, other than abortion.
Nobody
How do
can
you
hear you on
figure that
TikTok, by the way.
the social issues affect almost every day-to-day things? So that's why I'm curious, why do you think the social issues aren't important?
Hmm? I'm not saying they aren't important. I'm saying it's what people just didn't care about them. A lot of them are unimportant, like trans people
When
in
you say
sports,
people, do
super unimportant.
you mean liberals?
Huh?
Or are
Couldn't hear
you
you. We
referring to
can't hear the other
Republicans?
person.
Because I
Oh,
can
it's
tell
on
you that a
Discord,
lot of
y'all.
MAGA people.
That's why I told you to mute. Okay, sorry, I had to manage to take that panel.
Oh, you're good.
Sorry.
That's why I was saying a lot of the people in MAGA care about certain social issues, and it did drive them to vote conservative. So I think
Maybe
that
some
maybe
people, yeah.
liberals don't care, but I know that MAGA people do. I just don't think you should not include the social issues. Like,
It just wasn't relevant to the election. The main two factors are immigration and economy. Those are the two biggest issues.
well, yeah, those two big things have always influenced major elections throughout. That's not just with Trump era. That comes and goes with almost any election. That's one of the top two tier things. But I do believe that social issues impact that. Do you think that?
So let's see. Economy. The economy is a top issue. Wait, let's see. There's healthcare, economy, healthcare, Supreme Court appointments, foreign policy, violent crime, immigration, gun policy, then abortion, then race, and I think climate change. It was in the social issues are in the bottom three. So yeah,
Do you feel
wasn't the
that
thing.
liberal policies have helped minorities or the middle class in this country?
We're not talking about that right now. I'm gonna go back to my TikTok panel. I have a TikTok battle to manage, and I only let you in here because I thought you had a question about what we're saying. So, okay, you can unmute.
Based.
What happened? I was so confused.
The princess person that you talked to one time that came on Discord. I just dragged her in for a second.
Oh, I like her. I was actually getting somewhere with her, and then you like took her away from me.
Okay, you guys can go into Discord and debate then. I won't interrupt next time I see you two. I'll just drag someone else.
No, literally, I was like actually convincing her, and then like all of a sudden you like took her away.
I was just like, mine now.
No, literally.
Owen, what's up?
Hello guys, how you doing?
How's it going, buddy?
I was wondering more about what you guys were trying to get at with ICE in general. Is it the way it's being run or the whole idea of ICE?
The way it's being run.
Yep.
So you think that they're being too aggressive with it?
Yeah, that's definitely one issue. It's also the violations of the Constitution.
Hello?
Hello?
I was wondering, do you guys think they're being too aggressive with it, with like pushing in a bunch of ICE into like Minnesota and into like very liberal cities?
Yeah, I do think they're being too aggressive. I agree.
Yeah, I feel like to a point they could be probably overly aggressive with how many people they're sending into certain cities. But when I see the problem with socially with ICE right now and the big divide, I feel like a lot of it comes from the media. The media does not try at all to. I feel like both sides tries to not calm stuff down, but almost tries to cause chaos
What are you
by
talking about?
making what.
The media just like correctly reporting on stuff is somehow, I guess, like, yeah, if Trump does something bad and the media correctly reports on it, that inflames people, that should happen. If there's justified stuff to get mad about, because there is, right? That like ICE is going around, they're stripping people of their Fourth Amendment rights, they're stripping immigrants of their Fifth Amendment rights. They're executing random people in the street. Of course, people are gonna be fucking mad about that. No shit.
Well,
They
the
should
thing
be.
is that in Florida and in Texas and in all the other states that ICE is operating, there hasn't been stuff like this. And
Okay.
and there hasn't been mass protest where people are running down ICE agents and they are getting up in their faces. And I'm not saying that both
Yeah,
of them
it's almost like
justified.
Trump is sending an ICE to liberal cities is to try and get
Tim Walz.
and Democrats
But he
into like
also
Tim Walz to try and get under his skin and then letting them run amok and violate people's rights. I think
Like,
that's
isn't it
actually
kinda
that's even worse.
coincidental?
That's even worse.
Right.
Well, and
That's not better.
Florida, well, we have ICE in Florida, and I don't see mass protest on them and all that. And then ICE has been around for many years, and there's never been mass protest on ICE in Minnesota or
Because
in
it's the current policies that are
Seattle or-
happening. One, it's the current policy happening now. And two, I'd
Or is
agree.
it because
Donald
it's the
Trump
person
doesn't
that's
like
running it?
liberals, and he's sending in an agency that has literally nationwide jurisdiction to go and stop, at least stop anybody and arrest anybody if they want to try and do it to these liberal cities, because he doesn't like liberals and he doesn't like Democrats, and I think he's trying to like take them over using the power that he has. I think that's the worst thing.
I also want to point out, he also said that he would like alleviate the like, power that ICE has in Minnesota if they handed over their voter rolls, if I'm correct, which seems like
if the
pretty blatant
illegal
coercion.
immigrants handed over their voter rolls.
No.
No,
The
if
state.
if the state handed over their voter rolls.
Yeah.
By the way,
thing is,
you guys can join the Discord to debate. The Discord is in my bio. You can click on the link. I put a pinned comment just as a reminder to everybody. So everybody on YouTube, if you want to debate, you can join the Discord.
Also, illegal immigrants can't vote.
And like you realize, like, do you know what you just said? Literally, the federal government said, "Hey, Pam Bondi sent this letter to Minnesota and was like, hey, if you don't like these ICE agents around your city, if you just hand over, your voter rolls, then maybe we can, reduce the ICE agents." So what is it really? Do we care about deportation, or do we care about the 2020 election or future elections and controlling that? Because it sounds like mixed signals to me.
Sounds like they're trying to.
I'm not accusing, but a lot of Republicans believe that mass immigration happened during Biden's candidacy because they wanted to get more citizens per their states to get more votes.
Okay.
They wanted.
They definitely believe that. Republicans also believe the 2020 election got stolen. So,
Also,
Republicans also
also
believe
wanna
that
point out-
climate change doesn't exist, and don't believe that
Yeah,
like
winter
dinosaurs
storms are
existed.
wrong.
We're also not talking about those topics.
So yeah,
now,
Republicans
okay?
believe a lot of crazy shit. What's the evidence
but I
for
can
that?
also
Though?
say, but I can also say Democrats think
What's
that
I did not
women
just
are
watch.
men and
What's
men are
the
women.
evidence? I'm just asking.
So,
what's the evidence for
Let's
that?
keep it here.
What's the evidence for that?
Well, that's the belief on the Republican Party.
Okay, but what's the evidence? No, they have a belief, but what's the evidence for the belief?
But where was your evidence for any of those claims that you just made?
What's the evidence for the belief?
The evidence for the belief is, why would we let in 20 million citizens? I mean, and
20
then
million?
the
Citizens?
cities are the ones, and then it's the cities that rent out their hotels for the immigrants to live in. They making sure that they come to their cities. Like, why?
Owen, we just covered this. Were you not here?
I don't know. I got here like
Dude,
2 minutes before.
that
I
wasn't
joined.
okay.
Okay.
That was some. First of all, that was Ron DeSantis. I'm going to say that was who's the Texas governor again. Fuck.
Greg
I'm
Abbott.
not a big
Greg
Trump
Abbott.
guy.
It was sorry. That was
I'm-
Greg. I almost mixed it up. I was almost right. It was Greg Abbott who partially was shipping immigrants into New York. So shooting yourself in the foot there. If you this is about voter rolls, helping out the Democrats. Number one. Number two. I'm pretty sure was like Eric Adams was essentially against that. So I don't see like how that was Democrats trying to do that. And then number
Then
three,
why
that was
do we see such
them giving the hotels was a federally backed program called the SSP, Shelter and Services Program.
So why do we see such a mass like population of immigrants like Somalis in Minnesota, but here in like Florida or in the suburbs, you know, you don't see a bunch of
Because immigrants move to cities, and cities tend to be more liberal.
Yeah, cities tend to be more liberal.
Wait, doesn't Florida have a huge Cuban population?
Yeah, well, we're right next to them.
Okay.
Like, what do you want?
Immigrants move to cities, and cities tend to be more liberal.
Yes.
Because there's
I
more
mean,
job
well-
opportunities in cities.
But it's also harder competition. So why would an immigrant who's just moving to the country for the
Yeah,
first time
but they still
move
move
to a
cities 'cause
city
there's
that
more
has
job
harder
opportunities.
harder competition?
Yeah,
I mean, there's
this is why like when immigrants came to the United States originally, they usually went to New York. If they weren't going to New York, they were going to Boston. If they weren't going to Boston, if they're going to Midwest, they're going to Chicago or Milwaukee. So Chicago became downstate. If they're going to West Coast, they're going
I
to
don't think all, because I know
didn't say
when
all.
at
I
the
said
beginning-
most.
Yeah, at the beginning of America, when a lot of Asians were coming over, they were going and working out in the West where there wasn't development yet. You know, they were developing
I didn't
new
say that
areas.
was. I didn't say that was a. I didn't say that was a rule that always happened. I said that just most of them
Okay.
did. Most people when they move into a new country, they're gonna go to cities because cities are where more job opportunities are, even if there's more competition. That's why
So do you
most
guys
people. That's why
believe
most
in an
people
open
live
border?
in cities. Okay, because there's more job.
No, we
opportunities.
don't. Fuck.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make that seem like you're a bad person. I'm
But
just
yeah,
saying, do you
this
guys
is, like,
believe
this
it?
is
Just
even-
literally everyone. It's annoying whenever people like ascribe positions to our side that aren't even remotely close to being true.
Well, that's the same. It happens on both sides. I was asking a question. I was just asking.
Yeah,
But
you're
it's
good,
like
man.
it's
You're good.
And
it's kind of like question begging though. Not question begging. It's
I just want
it's
to know
answer
what
it's
your
answer
viewpoint-
it's answer begging when you go, well, like, why are they letting in all these immigrants? There are gonna be never
Well,
reasons. And I think that
I was gonna go with my next question was gonna
Okay.
be like, so do you believe in deporting the illegal immigrants that entered the country the past 4 years, or do you believe in like some sort of system? Like, I don't know. What do you guys believe in with those citizens that entered illegally?
I think like illegal immigrants who haven't been here for like a decade should be deported.
And you think like criminals should be deported
Absolutely.
too? Okay, well, we can agree on that, and I think that's good. But so, what's the problem with ICE? Is just that you think they're being like the killing and all that in Minnesota, or is it the person,
The
or
rights
is it the
violation.
president?
It's not just
It's them breaking the Constitution.
yeah.
What constitutional, like, what exactly are you saying that they're breaking?
The Fourth Amendment, and the Fifth Amendment. So due process and in protections against unreasonable search and seizure.
So, do you think it's that they're not coming up with, like they're not going to court cases, or they're not getting warrants?
Well, the court case is irrelevant. The due process one is that people are filing habeas petitions, and once they file habeas petitions, the judges who are presiding like over this case are like, okay, you need to let the immigrant go, or you need to respond to the habeas petition and like tell us why it's invalid to keep this person detained. And ICE won't do either of those. They won't release the immigrant, nor will they respond to habeas petition, which is a violation of their due process because they have a right at that point to be released.
But do you feel the Democratic Party could possibly be using that as a weapon to slow down?
The Democratic Party?
process?
These are individual habeas petitions from immigrants. That makes no sense. No.
But it's individual. But we already know that there's not that these protests and all that are being.
What's a habeas
funded.
petition?
I don't know exactly.
So why are you saying
It's
this is a weapon used by Democrats when you don't even know what it is?
It sounds like what you were explaining it to be was something to say that they are invalidly holding them, detaining them.
Yeah, they can use it to challenge their detention.
Yeah, but the thing is, they could do that for every single one, even if they know that the person
Yeah,
is
they
properly
can.
being
That's
detained.
part of their due process. You bet.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
I have
that
to go,
could
buddy. I love
also
you.
be, it can also be used as a weapon to slow things
It could.
down.
I guess if the Democrats wanted to use due process as a weapon, that could be happening. Anything like that could be happening. But it's really dumb to come onto my live and say like, explain like how part of a due process works, and then immediately assume like, oh, Democrats are using this as a weapon to slow down ICE when you heard about it for the first
I asked the
time.
question. I said, do you think that this could be something? I'm not, because I didn't say I know.
Anything is possible. Yeah. It could be there's a secret shadowy cabal of Democratic lawyers who are suggesting to immigrants to file invalid habeas petitions just to slow down ICE. I don't know why at that point ICE isn't just filing a habeas, is just contending with a habeas petition and saying this person needs to be in detention because of this case, because of this reason, and they're not contesting the habeas petition, and they're not releasing them within the 7-day period the judges are giving them.
Does it take more time to deport someone when they have to go through that petition?
No.
No, it's like a quick,
it shouldn't.
An hour.
Because it's just you're just contesting whether they should be in detention while removal proceedings are ongoing. It's not that removal proceedings are changing. It's just whether they're in detention or
not. Okay. Well, I got to get going, but I would say that I am a Republican, and there's many young Republicans out there that don't love Trump, and it's actually the opposite, and they want to see a reform in the Republican Party. A lot of us are open to debate, and we don't think like the Democrats are just like retards. I think you guys are smart guys, and we agree on a lot of stuff. So, hope you guys have a good day. But thank you.
Did you define a habeas petition? Is it similar to habeas corpus? Is that like the same? Because my Latin's not so good, so.
Yeah, which is.
Can you define it, please?
Yes, habeas corpus is the right to challenge your detention. And so a habeas petition is just a thing you file to challenge it.
Oh, that makes sense. Perfect, thank you.
Hope I got that right. Unless Dot says I'm super wrong because I'm not like a lawyer.
Unless what?
Of course the Jewish lawyer is not here when you need the most. Okay.
What?
I said unless I got my definition wrong after I said it.
What was your definition for what?
I said habeas corpus is the right to challenge your detention, and so habeas petition is just like you challenging it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay. Annoying poutines about like. Actually, according to the
Trash.
238th
That's literally my definition
amendment.
that I gave you. Okay, shut your bitch ass up.
That's not the definition you gave me. What are you talking about?
Yes, okay. What's my definition?
I don't even know.
Yeah, because I've told you
I
like
don't know
6
because you
months
never
ago.
gave me one exactly.
No, it's because I told you 6 months ago.
No, dude, that's not true.
By the way, you didn't even know what the Fifth Amendment was. Okay.
I don't know why this brother's lying over here. Okay.
Federal due process is under the 14th
I've known
Amendment.
I've known
my
what
name is
habeas
Trash.
was
I'm so dumb.
since I got into Civil War history, and I had to hear fucking Confederates apologists complain about like Lincoln suspending habeas, which is long before I met you.
Obviously, yeah.
Okay, my lies. What's up, dude?
How are you?
Doing good. Do you disagree?
Good. That ICE sucks?
Yes.
I wouldn't say that they suck, but they definitely have flaws.
They don't suck, but they have flaws. Do you think if I could like give sufficient, or at least I don't know, if I could prove to at least you, convince you that ICE was doing constitutional violations at seemingly a policy level, that you would agree with me that ICE sucks?
Do you mind if I ask you to qualify that?
What do you mean? Like, give me the example.
When you say a policy level, are you referring to directives that are being given to ICE agents to violate people's constitutional rights?
Not directives, just that this is potentially a policy. So I'm not using like this has officially been signed and as a memorandum and ICE give out, but that this is probably a practice being used from ICE from a top-down level.
I would be willing to entertain it. Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
I'm here to learn.
I understand what that means.
I'm sorry.
Poutine, you want to take this?
I'll interrupt when you're wrong.
Okay. Okay, so I want to start real quick by just getting down like very basic definitions. So under the INA, not under generally, detain is after somebody has been arrested. So that's why you have detention facilities. So to be detained is after arrest, right? Uh, Arrest is when you take somebody into custody and then put them into detention, right? So that somebody is being arrested under arrest. And then like ICE just stopping somebody, it's just called a Terry stop, which is just being able to inquire about like immigration status, right? So each of these for ICE stopping you versus ICE arresting you requires two different things, right? So for ICE to stop you, the only thing that they need is reasonable suspicion, which is I think they have to like specific articulable facts for I think a crime might be like afoot, and then for probable cause, I'm pretty sure it just needs to be like a reasonable standard that they committed crime.
Recently, I don't know if you know, the Supreme Court lifted the racial profiling. Recently, the Supreme Court lifted the racial profiling, like order, so they can like detain on.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah.
suspicion
So
of, yeah.
my argument is basically that ICE and the CBP, both actually, are making arrests of immigrants only using reasonable suspicion, and they need probable cause to do so. So I just on the first claim, if ICE is making arrests of people with only reasonable suspicion, is that against people's Fourth Amendment rights?
As long as your definition of detain requires arrest, yes. But detention of a person pending further investigation, which is what happens when a police officer stops someone, they detain them to determine whether there's probable cause or not.
Well, I said the definitions under the INA are different than with regular law enforcement. If you read the INA specifically, when it's talking about detention, it's afterwards. So yeah, usually like a Terry stop is going to be synonymous with detain, and detain is going to include arrest. But in this case, the INA like statutory defines that a little bit differently.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we're using the words the same way. I just wanted to make sure I understood you.
Okay, so you agree. Okay, so
yes.
I should read a quote. So Greg Bavino, you know who that is?
I do.
Yes.
Okay. You understand that he was the commander at large over CBP and ICE operations in major cities?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a quote from him. He said, "We need reasonable suspicion to make an immigration arrest. You notice I did not say probable cause, nor did I say I need a warrant. We need reasonable suspicion of illegal alienage that's well grounded within the United States immigration law."
Great. So how can you serve a warrant to somebody that you have no idea who they are if they're an illegal immigrant?
ICE is allowed to do warrantless arrests of people that if they have fear or they suspect the person's going to flee before they can obtain a warrant. But to do that, they need probable cause. So what Greg Bavino just said there is literally illegal. That's a violation of the Fourth Amendment because they can't make these arrests only on the basis of reasonable suspicion.
Okay.
But can't they use racial profiling as reasonable suspicion now? Because
just give me a second. Yeah, you can use racial profiling to build reasonable suspicion and probable cause. Go ahead, Marlos.
Can you restate the quote from Greg, please? I didn't hear all of it.
We need reasonable suspicion to make an immigration arrest. You notice I did not say probable cause, nor did I say I need a warrant. We need a reasonable suspicion of illegal alienage that's well grounded within the United States immigration law.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I agree. I agree in the context of that quote. Compared to your definitions, yes, absolutely.
Okay. And then we also have a court case, which not been fully litigated, but we have a preliminary injunction in favor of the plaintiffs, Molina versus DHS, which is a class action lawsuit. And I cite 5 different examples of people being arrested only on the basis of reasonable suspicion. And the court has ruled that they're likely to win on the merits. Or
okay.
So would you? And then on top of that, we also have statements from the DHS's social media account and from the DHS Secretary of Public Affairs, who also said that they need reasonable suspicion to make arrests.
Okay.
Okay. Do you think that's a good indicator, since we have top people in top positions saying they need reasonable suspicion to make these arrests? We have examples in a court case, that a class action lawsuit that the plaintiff is currently winning, that they're doing these arrests with reasonable suspicion, that this is probably some policy or practice that's been implemented.
Yes.
Okay, so Donald Trump's ICE is on systemically violating people's Fourth Amendment rights, which is why I think ICE sucks.
Okay. I think that that's a fair conclusion. Would you agree with me that by your logic, by your arguments, and by the existence of evidence to your conclusion, that you could use a parallel example that a majority of law enforcement in the country operates under the same directives and operations that regularly violate people's constitutional rights?
No, I don't think there's been like a mass amount of police chiefs coming out talking about using reasonable suspicion to make arrests.
I'm talking about the behavior of police departments, not police chiefs coming out and making ignorant
I'm sure
statements.
there's individuals in like police departments who've done that. I think that happens a lot. I don't think it doesn't seem to be like a policy that it's coming from top down, like in this scenario though.
Wait, what's the question exactly? Sorry, I'm kind of coming in late.
He's basically
What was the
asking like,
question he asked?
are all law enforcement doing this? I'm saying,
With the
yeah, but
administrative
the thing
searches?
about this one is that it seems to be like a top-down policy from like Red Bovino and like the DHS. One of the other examples, I don't, unless there's somebody who could prove or give like similar evidence that I gave, that it's mostly like individuals doing these Fourth Amendment violations.
Well, then,
Sure, I
also,
suppose.
sorry, really fast, I just want to add this one in, but like, you have to take it into mind, like, this is a federal agency, right, at the end of the day, so when they do administrative warrants and whatnot, it is like fundamentally different than the so-called like administrative warrants on the local level.
We were talking about
Not
the
really
warrants arrest again, but yeah, we should talk about that sometime too.
Oh, sorry. Oops.
No, you're
Never
good.
mind.
Sorry, YouTube chat, let me give you some attention. Oh, we got somebody in Discord. Okay, y'all. Oh, it's a friendly. Wait, let me just do a sec. You friendly?
Yes. Hello.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Just give me a sec, man.
Okay.
Crouch or mid debate, lock in, Jesus Christ.
What? The debate's done. He agreed.
Oh, okay. Damn.
And you said you'd jump in if I said anything wrong, so I didn't say anything wrong. Nor did I.
No, I just muted it up because you kept saying
Oh, you
bad
just were like,
things and
oh
I
yeah,
was
he's
like-
doing good anyways. You knew I
No,
was gonna.
no, I just muted it
I'm
up
a-
because
I'm
I'm
a
so
pro
mad that you had
debater.
to scream the
Imagine
N-word.
being pro ICE yet judicially incompetent. Administrative warrants are administrative, not judicial. Who said that? Policy code statutes aren't enacted clauses and don't have a body. You can't unlawfully operate like one.
Scratch, if I may, what is your proposed solution?
Pro solution: get the Trump administration out of office. Impeach him. Impeach Kristi Noem. Absolutely. Greg Bovino needs to be ousted. Marco Rubio is also complicit as he's Secretary of State. Pam Bondi needs to go since the AG also takes a major role. Yeah.
So your
At minimum,
solution
tear down.
is-
At minimum, tear down like half of Trump's cabinet and some of the lower level officials under the DHS, and then yeah, hopefully just impeach Trump and get his entire administration out of office.
So your solution is not to hold the administration accountable to enforcing the law as it's stated?
Hopefully,
They
that
are
could
being
happen.
accountable. That's the impeachment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how is impeaching Donald Trump going to change the culture at ICE?
It's not just that.
Well, I didn't say that it
I
was.
was talking about the
I asked
culture. I wasn't.
If
Oh,
the
you know what? A
culture
good thing
is
would
not
be
to,
firing like most of the new hires. That'd be a good idea too.
you think so?
Yes.
So there's no accountability in your mind to leadership other than kicking out the president.
I
I'll
literally
put them in
just
prison
what
as
I
well,
just
yeah.
talked about getting rid of Bavino, Christie Nome, Marco Rubio, and Pam Bondi.
Yeah, but Scratch, they also deserve to be in prison. 18 USC 241.
True. Good point. Good point.
Remove Trump from office. Doesn't JD Vance become the president?
JD Vance can also go.
Guys, Discord is in bio if you wanted to be on YouTube. Stop complaining.
Like, you said you want to remove the entire Trump administration, but it doesn't work like that, I think.
You can impeach all of those people, and if the Congress agrees,
Even
you can take
JD
all of them out
Vance?
of office. Huh?
You would, yeah? You can impeach JD
Yeah.
Vance.
I think that if the president's removed from office after impeachment, then the vice president takes over.
You can impeach like Christie Nome and
You can impeach.
Marco
You can
Rubio.
also impeach JD Vance once he's president. Yeah.
True.
So you want to impeach him for something he hasn't even done yet?
He's
been
probably
complicit.
complicit in the conspiracy.
He's the vice president, not the president. You have to actually have charges.
Fuck him.
No,
the
you
vice
don't-
president.
no.
You can impeach him. too
Impeachment
once
is
he's
a
the president.
political process, so.
Yeah.
So your argument
No, there's
is
specific
enforce
charges
the
for-
rules, impeach Trump, but fuck the rest of the rules and impeach the rest of his cabinet? I just want to
You
make
can
sure.
impeach the rest of his
they're all
cabinet.
complicit.
You
They're
can
all
impeach.
complicit in the criminal conspiracy.
Guys, we understand. Republicans tried to impeach Mayorkas when Biden was president. You can impeach cabinet level people in cabinet level positions. Congress has that power. That's
But you have to have
that's part of the law.
so-
They can do that.
What specific charges are you going to bring to JD Vance, the vice president, to make sure he doesn't take over after you remove Trump?
Being complicit in violations of the Constitution and derelict in his duty.
Okay, what about Johnson? Because then Johnson would be the president.
Fuck him too.
We should impeach him
Just
as
keep
well.
impeaching people till we get the entire
Or-
all the Trump
yeah, I
fucking
don't-
dick
that's
sucks out
pretty
of office.
weak. I don't think that's going to stick. So just-
Scratch, how long have you been an authoritarian communist?
How am I authoritarian?
Wait.
you
Scratch.
kidding me?
Authoritarian communist is when you want to fire the government. True.
Guys, we should use our liberal institutions in the way that the constitutional powers that are given to Congress to kick people out who are violating the Constitution and trying to subvert our country.
Wait,
That-
Scratch,
when
you
did-
don't
when
like
did you
the-
become a
Scratch,
authoritarian
Wait.
dictator?
Scratch, you don't like the government? What are you, a fucking commie?
That's so weird to use the Constitution. That means you're a fucking communist.
True.
You
No, I
care?
just wanted to clarify. I just wanted to make it clear that you can't just like impeach an entire administration.
Yeah,
You have
you
to
can
be
impeach
specific
people at
for
cabinet level
each person.
positions.
Well, you
You
can't.
have to do it person by person. You can't just do it for the entire.
Well, yeah, no shit. I'm obviously asking for like person to person to
like-
get impeached.
Impeachment every day. Let's go.
What did we do with like
Let's get
Nazi Germany and all that government associated? Start over. Get new
Nick
people.
Fuentes
You
for
want to
president.
prosecute the Nazis? What are you like? You want to weaponize the DOJ?
No.
Even the Holocaust Museum has come out and said that they don't approve or endorse any of these comparisons of Trump to Nazi.
That's so not true. That is so not true. As a Jewish person, I know for a fucking fact that Jewish representatives, especially of certain Holocaust museums, are literally advocating to the scariness of the current reality and how it parallels to what they witnessed back during the Holocaust. So don't make fucking statements about a group of people without backing yourself, because I know
I
for a
said the
very
Holocaust
fact,
Museum.
and
Which
I
one?
know.
Specifically.
Which one? Wait.
I didn't
which
say
one?
all Jews. I said the
Wait, no.
No,
Ouch,
and I'm talking
ouch.
about Jewish organizations and including museums and historical have all came out and saying that there's parallels in today's government back to when there was back to the Holocaust. There is significantly scary parallels.
I
to
didn't
that
say
sort of event.
all Jews and all Jewish institutions. I was specifically saying the Holocaust Museum.
Which one?
Yeah, the Holocaust Museum. It's
Which
like the-
one? There's more than one.
Well, the one I'm referring to is in the DMV and also New York have both come out. So I don't even know what.
Yeah, maybe the one in fucking Tel Aviv because Israel loves Trump. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you guys don't like tiny hats?
I love
I'm
Dot. That's my
Jewish.
girl. Yeah.
That is a
Dot.
tiny hat.
It doesn't
I
mean that
mean,
you don't. It doesn't mean that you like them.
I love Dot.
Also, like, it's such an anti-Semitic like comment to say tiny hats. Are you referring to Israel or Judaism? Because they're separate.
Oh,
He wants to
it-
say Jew.
Oh, okay. So it's all right. So it's not against TikTok language to use the word.
Jew, 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 Jew,
No,
Jew,
say
Jew,
Jewish
Jew,
person.
Jew, 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 Jew,
Jew,
Jew,
Jew, Jew, Jew,
Okay.
Jew.
I've been called anti-Semitic because I've used the word Jew on TikTok. So it's
Yeah,
really
you
hard
are
because you guys
anti-Semitic.
I
are.
Yeah,
want
so
you
you
to
called them
say
tiny
Jewish
hats.
person. Jewish
You're not
person.
even real. If you're not getting called an anti-Semite in 2026, you're not a real one.
Oh,
Oh,
Say
you,
Jewish
this is the
person,
Groiper.
please.
This is the Groiper.
Guys, please.
Guys, I feel uncomfortable. Guys, they're playing HH in the
Luther,
club.
what's up? You the warrior for the great
Dude, are
white
you
waste?
Etika? Are you Etika?
You warrior for the great white waste?
What?
You warrior for the great white waste, bro?
Yeah, mostly white.
Mostly white.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
He's a Latinx.
Mixed.
He's a Latino. Okay, this.
He's no,
Nah,
no,
nah,
it's-
you're not.
no,
Bro's
don't say
trying to get.
Latino, it's Latinx. Latinx.
Okay, he's Latinx. Sorry, I'm not trying to offend anybody. You know. You're not making it into Luther. You're not making it into Garth, little bro. Okay.
Hey, maybe they'll let me in with my contribution, dude. What am I
Nope.
saying? Maybe
Nope.
I'll make it to the
Nope.
gates.
Nope. Nope.
No brownies.
Nah, man, we don't want to kick brown people out.
Okay.
I want to get rid of Dot though. I don't like her.
I love
But you
Dot.
can stay. Scratch, you can stay.
Oh my god, I don't like people who are Jewish. That's so bad, bro.
Yeah, dude, there's like one baddie on the live, and it's like, no, I don't want her next to me. You, Floyd.
Yeah, I don't like women either. That's really the big
Bro,
problem.
you're definitely bro's definitely gay.
True.
Oh yeah, I'm the one that sounds gay here.
True.
Yes.
I kinda.
You
Yeah.
just said you didn't like women, so that would mean you like men, right?
I was being totally serious. This is why we need more women in
Bro.
politics. This is why we need it.
Yep.
We
Yep.
should have a woman president right now.
Yep.
Ooh, I wish.
I agree.
So wait, why don't you like
Wish
Jews?
Kamala won. I don't
I
like
wish.
Jewish people.
Why don't
Why, Luther? Why
Why
are you a
don't I
Christian?
hate
No,
Jewish
I want to.
people?
I want to debate on this. Why are you a Christian nationalist?
Because this is a Christian country. It was founded on English Commonwealth, and the founding fathers were all Christian. Now
A lot of them
I'm
were-
Catholic.
nah, a lot
They're
of them were
not,
deists.
which
I
is a
don't
little
rely
different.
on
That's
that.
our little. What's that?
A lot of them were deists. I don't rely about that.
What was George Washington? What was Thomas Jefferson? I mean, like a lot of these people were trying to break away from offset of Protestants because they thought it was too Catholic. So
They're
they
also
came
trying to break
here.
away from. A lot of them are also trying to break away from non-alignment beliefs, right? Like some kind of like church state, right?
Yeah, but I don't really care about that part. Like we're trying to fulfill its purpose, like Rome.
What's the
That's what
first
we're trying to
thing?
make America.
Our country is founded on Enlightenment liberal ideals, which includes things like
Yeah.
freedom to religion, protection under the Constitution, those kinds of things that I want to enforce. But I'm
Okay,
guessing, but
and
I
I'm
don't actually
saying
think you
I'm trying to
probably
fulfill
care
its
about the
purpose.
Constitution.
Yeah, I don't. I'm
You
trying
don't.
to fulfill
But
the country's
even though the
purpose.
Constitution is literally what the founding fathers worked to make.
Yeah,
and
we don't care
believed
about
in.
that part.
So
We're
wait,
trying
no.
to, we're rewriting
Oh,
it.
okay, wait. So you don't care about
Yeah.
that. So why were you lying?
No.
Why
Oh,
you
we're
lying?
gonna use what agrees with us to our advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
but
So
we're gonna
just
So
say
you-
that.
the
Don't
rest.
go. Well, it was meant.
It was the founding fathers. You were working towards this. I care about the founding fathers. What we were
You,
founded on.
just be honest.
You
be
don't care about what
spineless.
we were
They
founded
were
on. You don't care
Catholic.
about it.
I'm Catholic. They weren't Catholic. We have a disagreement. It's Catholics
Yes.
versus
So don't
everybody.
appeal to them.
I'm just saying. He's saying, why should we make this a Christian nation? I'm
No.
saying the
No.
founding
Your
fathers were
argument. No.
Christian.
Your argument was, well, it's a Christian.
Dude, you're not
nation.
even
It's
American.
not.
You're a Euro cuck. Okay, I don't need to hear it from you. I'll
I'm
talk
more
to
white than you,
Scratch.
buddy. You wish you were me. Okay.
Yeah, shut up, you little Euro roach. You're
Bro,
not
you're
even
literally
American.
Hispanic. What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
I am. What about it?
Yeah.
I'm
Fucking
an
brownie.
American
Go back
now.
and make
I'm a
yourself a
real
burrito. I
American.
don't know. Get out of here.
Okay, nigger. Like, what the fuck?
No passion behind it, by the way.
My friend, you just got deported. I'm sorry. I'm taking your abuela too. Off the live.
Yes, the past. He's brown.
Oh, true. Never mind. My mistake. I'll let you back up. I keep forgetting. Good point.
Hold on, I got my goat coming up.
He has to pass. He's brown. True. Got him.
Oh my god.
It was a mixture of different religions. True. Do unto others as you would have in yourself. Why is this lost on everyone? It's the simplest thing. Bro, you cut. I think it's your. Absolutely not. This country was founded on Christianity. Then how come we have the First Amendment?
Oh, gotcha.
Gotcha. I think your past gets taken away if you use it as an insult and not friendly. Bro, why is a white person telling me what I can do and not do with my past? Person that that's a racist comment, by the way, who said that. Okay, you're officially racist. That's coming from a black person in Black History Month. The first book that was sanctioned to be in schools was the Bible in the early 1800s. It literally means nothing. In what way does Donald Trump suck? He sucks Bill Clinton's dick. I'm not getting anybody else on TikTok, are we?
No, we have Thomas, definitely a real person.
Thomas?
Hello?
Hi.
Alright, so
I'm gonna be ending
Latino
TikTok
and I
stream
love
and be on YouTube and just take Discord call-ins after this one, y'all. Okay, so if you're in call-ins soon. Thomas, what's up?
I'm Latino and I love ice.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like you guys don't suspect Latinos to support MAGA, but I do. There are quite a few
guys.
Latino
Hey guys.
actually.
Just by the way, everybody, I'm black and a Democrat. Just so everybody should know that. Okay. Just to be clear. Also, it's Black History
I don't
Month.
know why you're chimping out and acting like a nigger.
Oh no, I'm just mentioning I'm black. Okay.
Oh my God. But why are you acting like a nigger?
Because he is.
Of course.
He is a nigger.
Of course.
Yeah, why are
what
you
do you
chipping
think?
out?
True. Okay, I'm going to Discord. Fuck all y'all. Okay, now we can say retard. Sup, nigga?
I would actually prefer if you. I am white. I would actually prefer it if you did not call me that.
Oh, okay. Just trying to be friendly.
I like your show. I tend to follow anybody that's doing like call-ins like this, especially debating like some of these Republicans and Trump supporters. And so that I kind of did want to talk about that. I wasn't telling you that your past, like I can't tell anybody what to do. I'm just making a general comment, right? Like in my opinion, I would be frustrated with somebody if they were using it in more of a negative context. Like you used it friendly there, and if we were a little closer, like it probably wouldn't affect me as much. But I have a big thing about like words.
Oh, was that you in the comments who said that?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just joking. I could be very racist, by the way. I'm sorry.
No, because like that's the thing. That's why I really like these call-ins. Like it's really easy to look at the comment section and get upset about what people are saying or phrasing going on, or even yourself type things that you wouldn't necessarily get up on the mic and say to people's faces. And so, with this type of content creation, like when I first started coming into it, like I got really sensitive about things like that because I was like, these words are important. I'm choosing my words very, very carefully, and I think we should really try to raise a bit of a higher standard to individuals in the chat as well, where it's like, hey, put some thought into this. Think about what it is that you're saying, and then come on to spaces like you're doing. This is an unbelievable thing where you could just get anybody from all over the world to come on any walk of life and talk about what's going on, so you can introduce these people who are racist, who are xenophobic, who are scared of what's going on, scared of gay people, trans people, women, and bring them onto these spaces and have a conversation about what feminism is, what immigration means, what the left, some people on the left, what the Democrats are actually saying and talking about. End of statement. Sorry, that was pretty long.
Thanks, man. Trying to get on. Gosh, people are really bad at this. I believe you're right. Thank you for the critical engagement from chat thing is like so important to me. Like it frustrates me. Like I'll sometimes like chatters will be. It's like a certain level where they'll be able to respond to what you're saying, but they won't be able to engage with what you're saying. You understand? You get what I mean? Like I'll be talking to them. I'd be like, okay, like this is you said this is wrong because this isn't reason. Here's the evidence, and it'd just be like, you're wrong, and also you're young, and also you're black.
Yeah, they turn it into such so I say they're scared. They're terrified. They're scared that intelligent young man is telling them that their worldview is incorrect and you're shattering it. They've like lived this their entire lives. And again, in honesty, they probably don't they've probably never hung out with a black person in their entire life and barely hang out with people who are outside of the ideology that they believe in. And that's why they're so scared of what's going on. They lash out and react like that. And it's really harming things too. Like that's the other thing. It's like if these people would just engage, it's like, look, you could be angry, you could be upset, you could have issues with certain sorts of situations. Let's fucking talk about it. Come on and have a real conversation about it. Don't just be spewing off hatred and shit and aggression and anger. Like if we come together and have a conversation, we could reach a conclusion. I'm not saying talk to the KKK. They probably are a little less deserving of sympathy or empathy, but some of these younger white men that are harassing women, that are harassing LGBTQ spaces, that are harassing your space for who you are as a person, need to be called out and scolded by the platforms. And as well, I think other people in chat, if we come together and we're like, hey, look, we're not kicking you out, we're not saying that you don't get to be here, but we are saying anytime you say ignorant stuff like that, you're gonna get called out in ways that are effective, not just necessarily insulting them back, which is very hard to do. It's a very, very hard ask to do something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I really appreciate the support. I'm gonna be monetized soon. I'm not begging. Actually, wait. No, I am begging. I'm fleecing white people in chat, include everybody. Okay, here. It's Black History Month. I'm a Black American. Okay. I have a Patreon, and you are a racist if you do not become a Patreon member. Okay. You have to become tier 2 if you're white. If you're black, then you have to become tier 1. So that's just how I don't make the rules. Okay, that's how it is. Okay.
I'll second that. I'll have to go out DoorDash and I'll jump back onto the Patreon and
No, if you're not, please don't give me money if you can't afford it. I guess I'm racist. Oh no, damn, a lot of racists in
no,
chat.
that's not. No, that's. I disagree. I disagree. That's reparations right there.
True. But guys, once again, if you disagree with anything I'm saying or disagree with the prompt and you want to debate me, you can click on the link in my bio where my Discord is. Unfortunately, I can't post a link in chat. I put a pin message there to remind all of you how to join. It is in the bio. Say
Just
goodbye
bring
to
people
your
on for
stream. It
like
is
group
reparations.
discussions.
Huh?
Oh, so when I first saw that it was calling, I saw you the Discord open, and I thought maybe you would like be having people coming on
No.
to have these.
I
Okay,
need to
you bring
I
people
need to
on one
start
on
on
one.
TikTok. Do you know I was on TikTok? Did you know that?
I didn't realize that. So that's
So yeah,
that's where you're getting call-ins from.
I
Okay,
have
okay.
if you want to join TikTok, you can. It's in my bio or whatever, in my link tree. I start on TikTok. Usually that'll get some debates going. Then I'll end a TikTok stream when I can, drag people in. Losing a little bit of viewership, I'm gonna drag somebody in from disagreements. You can stay in, just mute. Jedi, what's up?
Yeah, I'm good. What's up?
Okay, what do you disagree with?
Yeah, like I would love to know your opinion on the fact that you have Democrats passing laws that allow illegals to vote.
Illegals to vote?
Yeah.
There's some like in California and some Democratic states that they allow illegals to vote at like the local or state level, but they can't vote in federal elections, and that's up to the people in the state and the constituents to elect representatives who allow that. So if they want that, that's their decision.
Yeah, I believe that that's the whole idea behind the no ID. What's it called? No ID, right?
Voter ID?
Yeah, the voter ID, no voter ID for federal elections or so.
Yeah. What about voter ID?
Yeah, so my point is that is if you have the United States of America, you don't require photo ID for elections. How does that look to you?
How does that look to me? It's fine. There's other ways to
Yeah.
verify if people should be voting or not. They think our elections have been pretty
My
secure for the most part, besides Donald Trump trying to steal them. Yeah.
my point exactly is if you have in the United States, you don't need photo ID for elections. How does that look to you? That's my point
I think that's.
exactly.
I think once again, I said I think it's fine as long as you have other ways to verify that people are,
Oh, oh, oh,
people
right.
should be voting or not.
Now think about this now. You have it's election period, right? Then you have people from other parts of the world, different countries coming over to the United States just to vote. And since
Okay,
you
what's your
don't
evidence for
require
that?
ID,
What's your evidence that there's massive amounts of people coming over here just to vote?
this thing to the point exactly is that this is an hypothesis. I'm
What's your
not
evidence for
saying
that? Like,
it's
what are you using to say massive amounts of people are coming over here to vote?
it's possible because you don't require
Okay, so
ID to
I
see.
agree that it's possible that could be happening, but you don't have any evidence to prove it. So it's just
Now,
it's just a claim with no evidence.
the premise now, you get what I'm trying to say. The premise now is the evidence. The fact that it's possible is the evidence that
That's not
there's a
true.
loophole there close.
It's because just because
You can
just because it's possible I could be an astronaut doesn't mean I am. This is because I guess it's possible that I could have done
now
just about anything. It doesn't mean I am. Something being possible doesn't mean it's happening. It's possible that Donald Trump is a fucking pedophile.
if you understand,
Okay, like
if you
we
shoot
don't
him
go
up,
off of possibility. There's like big possibilities or small possibilities. I don't care. Like this is like a Rob Noor debate tactic where it's like, is it logically possible? Yeah, it is. Doesn't mean it's actually happening. Doesn't mean there's any evidence for it.
I would love to listen, like understand what I'm trying to say because you said something about being an astronaut, right? Now,
Okay, I
just
don't.
because it's possible,
Yeah, just because it's
just
possible
because
doesn't mean
it's
that I actually am. Yes.
possible to be an astronaut and I'm not, is because I don't want to be an astronaut. If I want to be an astronaut, I will be an
You don't
astronaut
understand
because
my
it's
argument.
possible.
Do you, like if?
That's
Oh, please, somebody else come in here. I don't. I don't think you speak English quite good enough to have this conversation. I'm sorry, dude. I don't think you speak English well enough at all. Once again, if you want to debate, please join the Discord. Y'all, when you join the Discord, you need to click on the link to actually come in. Here, maybe if I can I put a here? I don't know how to do this. You can unmute the friendly in chat. The debate's on.
I'm downstairs now. I was doing some stuff, so I might need to mute again if I go by the TV that my uncle is watching. Yeah, I was curious too. I was gonna curious where I assumed that they were an immigrant of some kind, possibly in America. That's why they would be talking about this issue.
Their accent was just like too thick for me to actually have like a decent conversation. Unfortunately.
Their mic was a little. It sounded like they were calling from like a flip phone or something, like in a cave.
Let's see who else. The title says Trump sucks, but your conversation nothing to do with Trump. He was talking about the Democrats. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. My main reasons I haven't talked about this. Trump is like Donald Trump. Like one of the main promises that Donald Trump has been making is that he's going to drain the swamp. That the Democrats are the establishment, the deep state. Ooh, scary. Is entirely and totally corrupt. And I'm going to go in here. I'm going to drain the swamp. I'm going to get all the corruption out. And then he does corruption himself. Right. This is the same person who literally ordered, right? Remember, the president is supposed to be talking with the attorney general, ordered Pam Bondi to go and prosecute Letitia James and James Comey, political opponents, because he was mad over Letitia James' role in the New York indictment and James Comey's role in the investigation into the Russia allegations back in the 16 elections, and both of those were disastrous indictments. They completely lost in court. Lindsey Halligan, because Trump insisted she was appointed, was wrongfully appointed, and because Pam Bondi is incompetent. And they also filed motions for vindictive prosecution. And if you read them, it's pretty evident. Trump hates these people. He directly ordered them to be prosecuted. Pam Bondi went ahead with it. It's the exact lawfare that he complained about the Democrats doing against him. And now we have the Don Lemon situation, which I think is equally as bad.
It's part of the tactic. DARVO is the acronym, DARVO, deny, attack, reverse, victim, and offender. So this is all part of the plan to flooding the zone, as well as another phrase you could use. They get all this information out there. They've done all these sorts of things. Like the Pizzagate thing too is an interesting thing. Seeing the way that people are talking about pizza in the Epstein files now, you're like, okay, I don't want to get too conspiratorial, but like it seems like they're active. They knew this a while back what was going to happen, and they actively got people to get riled up falsely, looking at Democrats who emailed literally saying, want to go get a pizza sometime. It's like that's the thing. It's not just the email as the evidence. It's like what actually took place and happened during these times periods and when the timestamps of these emails are. And so you see this sort of behavior with what you were just talking about, where it's like Trump is denying what's going on. He attacks Letitia James, who's accusing him of doing things, and then he reverses the victim and offender. So Trump is completely taking advantage, arguably almost being discriminatory in some instances. You could say to specific demographics, and then he reverses that and gets all these people who are MAGA, all these people who are Republicans to hate Letitia James, and then still reverses that again a second time by dividing the general public, having us people who now try to argue against that. When we talk about things like this, they don't, it goes in one ear and out the other, and they just go, well, screw you, you're racist against Trump, you're racist against white people. And you after you've just laid out this like well articulated argument and all these facts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, it's insane. Okay, I'm not getting anybody else. Last chance to call in. Otherwise, I'm going to end stream here in 5 minutes. Last chance. Join the Discord in the bio. Also, I'm getting monetized soon, so that'll be fun.
Nice. Yeah, come on, Jake, get in here. You don't get a lot of call-in shows that just first time you show up, you're allowed to jump in and come talk. This is what we need, civil discourse.
Okay, let's see. Anything?
Yeah, do you need a certain amount of subscribers to get monetized, or what?
I meant
to get a
that
hit?
already. It
Nice.
just I needed like a certain amount of watch time, I think, or something from shorts.
Mm.
And I just reached out. Debate scratch. Rinald, what's up? Rinald in the chat. Thank you. Rinald was pulling numbers recently. Okay, y'all. We're doing good though. This has been this one's been only an hour. And so this one's been better. I had to reset the YouTube and it actually worked. It usually doesn't work, so. Thank you for coming in, y'all. I see a lot of people join the server. Only one person actually able to get into chat to debate. So I think there's some. I think boomers are technology illiterate. Don't.
Yeah, maybe they'll need a little longer
shed
than 5
some.
minutes.
The first shedding is like, okay, can they get into Discord? The second one is, okay, can they actually click on the channel? So, locked in. True. Barack Obama lowered the deficit to 21 trillion to 8 trillion. Give it the deflation on the better. Is that true? I don't know. Thank you, Donald Trump, for saving democracy. Use of political plateaus. Barack Hussein Obama. I don't think, how dumb are you? It just hurts my head. I agree, how dumb is MAGA? These disgusting, these Democrats, they think that black people are people. I'd have to disagree. It's a big word to be using, especially on Black History. Ever noticed? Black History Month, February, shortest month of the year. Just saying. Just saying.
10 out of 10 impression. That was pretty good.
I don't think that was good, but FDR was the greatest president in the history of Democrats, minus the concentration camps. Yes. Middle Eastern bots are working overtime pretending to be MAGA. True. That actually might be something that's happening. I don't know. I hope not. I don't know. Is Reno live? Answer's no. I did get it twisted. Okay, y'all. That was the last chance for Collins. We're shutting down YouTube.
All right. Well, thanks for letting me pop on. I'll get out of here.